Now hearing from the man the Coast Guard rescued from Lake Michigan yesterday.
He tried to paddle a kayak from Milwaukee to Muskegon, Michigan. Michelle
Fiore is here with that story. Quite an adventure, Michelle.
You got it, Mike. Mike and Carol. Matt Freimeyer calls himself the Great Lakes Adventurer. This video shows how the Coast Guard was rescuing Freimeyer 30 miles off the shore of Michigan. He's home tonight after the fight of his life that all began 3 days ago.
The plan was just to paddle. I wanted to paddle without sleeping.
In fact, 31-year-old Matt Freimeyer had a very detailed plan for his 80-mile journey. He spent a lot of time training, but what Matt didn't account for were the 10-foot waves he'd find more than 30 hours into the trip.
In the center of Lake Michigan, we always find it's a little rougher than it is towards the shores.
Once the waves got big, then I started getting seasick really bad. I had food, but I had been throwing up and stuff, and I couldn't keep anything down, and so I just had no energy left.
So Freimeyer activated a personal tracking device he had on board, and that likely saved his life.
He did have some radios with him, but he also was in the center of Lake Michigan, and it's an area that is not very well traveled. And some communications is spotty in that area depending on the type of equipment you have.
Thanks to that technology, the Coast Guard was able to spot him right away. And they lifted this dehydrated, seasick, and exhausted Lake Michigan adventurer to safety.
I was really glad to see him.
The Coast Guard highly recommending anyone who goes on such a journey invest in one of those personal tracking devices. As for Matt, he says the next time he attempts to cross over from Milwaukee to Michigan, he'll travel with a chase boat. Mike and Carol.
He is very lucky for the Coast Guard. Thank you, Michelle.